If you are asked to simplify a radical with no index appearing here, you're going to assume that that index is 2. When you're looking at this, you're kind of going to look at each piece separately. You can take the square root of 108, you could take the square root of x to the 4th, and you can take the square root of y squared for the denominator. Remember, that's just an exponent property because radicals are just rational exponents in disguise. So taking a look at the square root of 108, what I want to do to simplify this, since it's a square root, is I need to look for the largest perfect square factor of 108. So I try 1, which is not helpful with simplifying. Then I try 4, and 9, and 16, and 25, and 36, and I keep going until I find the largest perfect square factor. So if I look at 108, I can see that 1 plus 8 equals 9, so I think that this is divisible by 3. So I could try to divide it by 3, and I could see that this goes in 3 times, subtract, I get 18, this goes in 6 times. This is a perfect square, so this can be broken up into 3 times 36. It's a good way to break up 108 because I know the square root of 36. So I can break this up into the square root of 36 times 3, which is really the square root of 36 times the square root of 3, using my exponent properties again. So I get 6 root 3 there. For x to the 4th, I know that this can be written as x squared times x squared, and I can take the square root of each piece individually. Now, this will equal the absolute value of x times the absolute value of x. This would be the absolute value of x, quantity squared. The absolute value bars are redundant now because this is an even exponent. So I don't have to write the bars. This is equivalent to this. For this last quantity, the square root of y squared is similar to this problem here. This will simplify to the absolute value of y. So I can put all of that together up here. I get 6 root 3. I also have x to the 2nd power on the numerator, not under the radical, over the absolute value of y. When I write my final answer, I prefer to write it in this form, 6x squared times the square root of 3, all over the absolute value of y.